Have you ever stood in front of your closet, packed with clothes, and thought, I have nothing to wear? Now imagine this. While we complain about having too many options, the fashion industry is quietly destroying our planet. Fast fashion is not just about cheap clothes and quick trends. It's an environmental disaster. It's the second largest consumer of water in the world and is responsible for nearly 10% of global carbon emissions. That's more than the emissions of all international flights and maritime shipping combined. Every single second, the equivalent of a garbage truck full of clothes is burned or dumped in a landfill. And the worst part, many of those clothes were worn only once, maybe for an Instagram photo and then thrown away. Trends used to last a season, but now they change weekly. And the pressure to keep up with the latest style is literally costing the earth. So, what if fashion could be reinvented? What if our wardrobes weren't just endless cycles of buying and throwing away, but actually part of a system that gives back to the planet instead of draining it? That's where the idea of the circular wardrobe comes in. To understand the solution, we need to face the problem head-on. Fast fashion brands like Shein, Zara, and H&M churn out billions of garments a year, often made in unsafe factories where workers earn less than a living wage. But the hidden costs are even bigger. Water. Making a single pair of jeans can use up to 7,500 liters of water. That's enough for one person to drink for 7 years. Pollution. Around 20% of all global wastewater comes from fabric dyeing and treatment. Rivers in some countries literally run blue or red from textile chemicals. Waste. In the US alone, more than 11 million tons of clothing end up in landfills every year. This isn't just a fashion crisis, it's an environmental emergency. And the worst part? Recycling clothes barely works. Less than 1% of all clothing material is recycled into new clothes. The system is broken. So, what's the alternative? The circular wardrobe, a revolutionary way of thinking about clothes, where fashion doesn't end up in a landfill but instead lives, transforms, and regenerates. The circular wardrobe has 3 exciting futuristic pillars that could change the way we dress forever. Lab-made leather, forget cowhide. The future of leather is growing in a lab. Scientists have found ways to create leather from mushroom roots, known as mycelium, or even from animal cells grown in bioreactors. Why it matters? Traditional leather requires raising cattle, which drives deforestation, uses massive amounts of water, and releases methane gas. Lab-made leather, on the other hand, can be produced in a matter of weeks, with a fraction of the environmental cost. The look and feel. It feels just like leather, but no animals are harmed. No rainforests are cleared, and no toxic chemicals are used in tanning. Brands like Stella McCartney and Adidas are already experimenting with mushroom leather sneakers and handbags. This is luxury without guilt and a glimpse into what sustainable fashion can look like. If you're still with us, don't forget to hit that like button. Your support means the world. And of course, subscribe to Cosmic Facts for more stories that make you see science, technology, and the world a little differently. Digital clothing. Here's a crazy thought. What if your next outfit doesn't exist physically at all? Enter digital fashion clothes you never actually wear, but still show off online. Designers create stunning high-fashion outfits digitally, and you can wear them in your photos or videos using augmented reality. For influencers, gamers, and anyone who loves posting online, digital clothing eliminates waste entirely. No fabric, no water, no carbon emissions, just pixels. It sounds bizarre, but big brands are already investing in this space. Gucci and Nike have released digital-only collections, and online platforms sell outfits that exist purely for social media clout. Imagine buying a $20 dress you'll never store, wash, or throw away because it doesn't physically exist. That's the future Gen Z is leaning toward. Recycling reinvented. In a truly circular wardrobe, nothing is wasted. Scientists are developing enzymes that can break down polyester and other fabrics back into their raw components, so they can be spun into new clothes again and again. Companies are testing take-back systems where you return old clothes and get discounts on new ones. This isn't recycling as we know it. It's biological alchemy. Instead of clothes ending up in a landfill, they're reborn into something new. The Herculean challenges. Of course, change doesn't come easy. Lab-made materials are still expensive. Digital clothing requires cultural acceptance, and large-scale fabric recycling is still in its infancy. Fast fashion thrives because it's cheap and addictive. The challenge is convincing consumers and corporations that sustainable fashion isn't just ethical, but also stylish, affordable, and worth the shift. Why this matters for all of us. At the end of the day, fashion isn't just about what we wear. It's about who we are and how we shape the world. The clothes we buy tell a story not just about us, but about the planet we leave behind. If we embrace the circular wardrobe, we don't just get cool outfits. We get cleaner rivers, fewer landfills, healthier communities, and maybe even a future where fashion means beauty without destruction. The fast fashion cycle may feel unstoppable, but history shows us industries can be reinvented. Just like renewable energy is transforming power and electric cars are transforming transportation, the circular wardrobe could transform fashion. So next time you're tempted by a $5 t-shirt, ask yourself, is it really worth the hidden cost? Because the future of fashion might not just be about what we wear. It's about how we choose to wear the future.